Do you know why every trade war has a predetermined winner? Listen, today I'm going to reveal a truth that 99% of people worldwide have no idea about. The story behind the economic wars you see in the news. Do you think the US-China trade war is about who sells more goods? Or that Trump's 25% tariffs on Chinese goods were to protect American farmers? Completely wrong. I'll tell you straight, these wars are just sophisticated theatrical performances designed to hide the real battle, the fight for control of global currency. Think about this. Why does gold rise when the US and China are fighting? Why does the USD strengthen instead of weaken? Why do major corporations still make money while small businesses go bankrupt? Who really stands behind these wars? The answer will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about the global economy. In the next 15 minutes, you'll understand why trade wars are just theater, who really benefits from these conflicts, how the USD system is bleeding the entire world dry, and most importantly, how you can protect your assets. You'll never look at economic news the same way again. The US-China trade war sounds like two superpowers are fighting fiercely, right? What's the reality? In 2018, Trump declared maximum tariffs on Chinese goods. The result? US-China trade volume in 2021 reached a record $690 billion, the highest in history. Do you see anything strange? They're fighting, but trade is increasing? The truth is, this isn't a trade war, but a currency war. Let me explore the truth behind this performance. Step one is creating a crisis. Media reports on trade tensions, investors panic, sell risky assets, money flows to safe assets like US Treasury bonds and USD. Step two is benefiting from capital flows. USD strengthens, America borrows money at lower interest rates, other countries must sell assets to buy USD, the US financial system collects trillions of USD. The final step is reconciliation and harvesting, signing ceasefire agreements. Markets recover, asset prices rise, those who bought at the bottom now reap enormous profits. So who really wins this game? Not the US government, not the Chinese government, but the manipulators behind the scenes, financial corporations, investment banks, and most importantly, the Federal Reserve System, Fed. They control global money flows. They decide when to create crises, when to rescue. They always know the outcome in advance. While nations are fighting, they sit back and collect profits. To understand better, we need to analyze the stages of a typical economic war. The first stage is preparing the stage, sowing seeds of conflict. The system strategy is media begins reporting on economic contradictions like China steals American technology, serious trade deficit, need to protect American workers. What's actually happening is major corporations quietly prepare strategies. Speculative capital is deployed. Experts are hired to shape public opinion. The purpose is creating psychological tension, preparing for the next phase. Signs to watch for are news about conflicts appearing frequently, experts predicting upcoming crises, gold and USD prices beginning to fluctuate. The second stage is igniting conflict, releasing the bait. The system strategy is governments announce tough measures like imposing high tariffs, technology bans, economic sanctions. Media reports the war will be brutal. What happens is stock markets fluctuate wildly, small investors panic and sell off, money flows into safe assets. The hidden truth is major corporations had prepared plans. They sold at peaks while ready to buy at bottoms. The bigger the conflict, the higher the profits. The third stage is pushing tensions to the peak, creating panic. The system strategy is media reports disasters like trade wars could lead to recession, global economy faces collapse risk, investors should avoid risky assets. The result is widespread panic. Risky assets are sold off. USD and US bonds surge. Who's benefiting? The US banking system attracts trillions of USD. America's borrowing rates drop to record lows. Other countries must sell gold and assets to get USD. The final stage is reconciliation and harvesting, reaping the rewards. The turning point is both sides suddenly compromise, sign ceasefire agreements. Media reports crisis is over. Immediate results are markets recover strongly, assets rise above pre-crisis levels. Those who bought at the bottom now reap massive profits. Who wins? Not America or China, but the big players who knew the script from the beginning. They perfectly sold at peaks and bought at bottoms. Do you know why USD is called the ultimate weapon? Since 1971, when Nixon severed the link between USD and gold, USD became what I call air money, created from nothing, but the whole world must accept it. The terrifying power of USD is shown through monopolizing oil payments. Want to buy oil, need USD. Serving as foreign reserves, countries must hold USD for safety. International payments, 60% of global transactions through USD, and the SWIFT system, want to transfer money internationally, must go through America's system. This is how USD bleeds the entire world. Step 1 is printing unlimited money. The Fed presses buttons, creating trillions of USD. No need for gold or asset backing, just promises. Step 2 is exporting inflation. New USD used to buy world goods. Countries receive USD, sell real assets. Inflation spreads globally. Step 3 is attracting reverse capital flows. When there's crisis, money runs to USD. America attracts capital at extremely low costs, financing the massive economy. The final step is control and manipulation. Whoever doesn't obey gets cut from SWIFT system. Want to punish? Freeze USD assets. Want to rescue? Open liquidity taps. Why can't countries escape the USD trap? The answer is simple. They're stuck in the system. Take China's example. Holding over $3 trillion in foreign reserves, selling USD causes USD depreciation, leading to trillion-dollar losses. Not selling USD means being tied up forever. That's why trade wars are just performances. China can't really fight America because they're holding their opponent's knife. They can only perform to make people believe they're resisting America. History has proven this through many crises. The US-Japan War in 1985 with the Plaza Accord, America demanded Japan raise the yen's value for trade balance, resulting in Japan's economic bubble and lost decade. Who won? Not the US economy, but financial corporations that speculated on Japan's bubble. They sold at 1989 peaks, bought at 1992 bottoms. The 1997 Asian crisis followed the familiar script, encouraging Asian countries to borrow USD, creating confidence crisis, sudden capital withdrawal creating liquidity crisis, then rescue with conditions to open markets. Results were numerous: Asian corporations going bankrupt, rescue funds buying back at bargain prices, regional economic architecture reshaped. The 2008 crisis was a typical golden opportunity. On the surface, it was America's real estate crisis. In reality, it was an opportunity to restructure the global financial system. What happened was printing $16 trillion to save the system. Big banks were too big to fail. People lost homes, but banks were rescued. Who won? Financial corporations bigger than ever. Wealth gap reached records. USD system became more dominant. America faces serious challenges regarding the future of the international financial system. Massive public debt over $33 trillion, budget deficits of trillions annually, inflation that can't be completely controlled, and emergence of rivals like China, Russia, BRICS. The system is preparing Plan B through new currency wars between CBDCs and Bitcoin. CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, allow complete control of all transactions, tracking every dollar, can turn off accounts anytime. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies help escape system control, but can still be manipulated through exchanges, creating a battle between freedom and control. There are 3 possible future scenarios. The first option is maintaining USD dominance, continuing wars to consolidate position, using CBDCs for tighter control. The second option is system transformation, creating crisis bigger than 2008, blaming the old system, introducing new solution of global CBDCs. The third option is a multipolar world, multiple competing reserve currencies, more autonomous economic blocks, ending USD monopoly. The most important lesson to remember is that economic wars aren't about determining winners and losers between nations, but about transferring wealth from common people to the ruling class. Signs to watch include media simultaneously reporting tensions, experts predicting crises, markets fluctuating wildly without logic, speculative capital surging suddenly. To protect assets, don't play by their rules. Diversify assets. Don't put all eggs in one basket. Invest in real assets like land, gold, basic commodities. Invest in skills and yourself because knowledge can't be confiscated. Build community networks and relationships. Avoid traps like investing based on rumors, completely trusting experts, betting on single scenarios. Don't be afraid, be informed. The system is strong because of people's ignorance. When you understand the rules of the game, you can protect yourself and even benefit from that knowledge. Remember that every crisis creates opportunities for those who know how to prepare. Now you understand the truth. Economic wars are just theater to hide the real battle over monetary power. USD isn't just currency, but a weapon dominating the world. Every crisis has predetermined winners. The system is designed to transfer wealth from bottom to top. This system isn't for you, but you can protect yourself. Don't let them continue deceiving. Understanding the game's nature is the first step to not becoming prey. Knowledge is power. When you understand, you can recognize the play before it happens. Protect assets from artificial storms. Take advantage of opportunities when others are panicking. If this video opened your eyes, share it now. Help awaken more people to this truth. Each person who understands is one less person being deceived. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to not miss other important truths I'll reveal. Comment below and tell me what you think about what you just learned. Have you ever noticed these signs before? Remember that truth can be painful, but only when you know the truth can you be truly free. Don't let them continue playing with your destiny. Arm yourself with knowledge to protect yourself.